You're listening to The Mark Cox Show. Follow the show on Facebook. Facebook.com/The Mark Cox Show.
Everybody will have an adequate time to take a look at it. I think this will be about as transparent as it could be.
That's Mitch McConnell talking about whatever health care plan they're working on in the United States Senate. The Democratic talking point was yesterday closed doors, behind closed doors. Why won't they have a debate? Of course, they weren't saying that back when Obamacare was being debated. The Republicans had zero input on it. I think that's pretty interesting. But the question is, are we going to see a vote on something soon? Rachel Sutherland from Fox News Radio joining us today with more on that story. Rachel, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Before the end of the week or not, will there be a vote?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be by the end of this week. That would be awfully fast. I think that we could get a look at this proposed law as soon as tomorrow. But they would like to vote on it before the July 4th recess, which would be by the end of next week. That's kind of their self-imposed deadline right now in the Senate. And there's been a lot of discussion about the way that things have been going, that the way the process behind closed doors. Some Democrats upset they haven't been involved in writing this health care bill. But it could be a Republican strategy that was different from over on the House side, because if you'll remember, it was pretty much a circus while all that was going on.
Yeah, that very much so.
Yeah, so maybe they're wanting to do this a little in a more quiet way. But Democrats and even some Republicans, Mike Lee, are saying they're hearing from their constituents and they don't like it. And there is a lot of uncertainty surrounding this legislation, and it affects, obviously a lot of people, not just people who run businesses, but also just regular folks. But even if someone's thinking about launching a business with this up in the air, what do you do?
Yeah, I've thought about that. The president didn't really comment on, when he was asked directly, what is it about the first bill you thought was mean, because he kind of celebrated it when it was rolled out. Do we have any insight at all on what these changes might have been?
Well, I'm not exactly sure because, again, all this has been very cult secretive or whatever. It's been quiet. It could have something to do with, maybe upping premiums for older individuals. But quite honestly, I'm just not sure. We will see. I mean, that is, some of these states can apply for exemptions that will allow insurance companies to charge more for older Americans and for people with pre-existing conditions. But I don't know if that's what the president meant. I mean, we're always trying to decipher what the president means. But anyway, so yeah, we can find out soon, though.
The bottom line is, though, a vote on this means it's still a reconciliation bill process, and they don't need 60 votes to pass it, correct?
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Because it's a reconciliation process. But still, I mean, because I don't think they'd ever reach the 60-vote threshold. And it could be tight, though, because there's some of the more considered moderate Republicans who may be on the fence, like Susan Collins of Maine, some others that they'll need to keep in the fold, because otherwise they may need a tie-breaking vote from the vice president.
Wow. More drama coming. We'll see next week.
Yeah.
Rachel Sutherland, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks.
Have a great day. Appreciate getting